Let me tell you an incredible story that has captivated people for over 2,000 years. A tale of compassion, miracles, and the power of sharing. It happened on a warm afternoon by the Sea of Galilee, where thousands of people had gathered to hear Jesus teach. Picture this, a vast crowd tired and hungry after walking miles to see Jesus. The sun was setting and the disciples were getting worried. They approached Jesus, suggesting he should send everyone home before it got too dark. But Jesus had other plans. "They don't need to go," he said, looking at the weary faces before him. "You give them something to eat." Now imagine the disciples' shock. Feed thousands of people. They barely had enough for themselves. After searching through the crowd, all they could find was a young boy's lunch. Just 5 small loaves of bread and 2 fish. It seemed almost laughable to feed such a massive crowd with so little. But here's where the story takes an extraordinary turn. Jesus didn't see scarcity, he saw possibility. He took those humble offerings, looked up to heaven, and gave thanks. What happened next left everyone speechless. As the disciples began distributing the food, something miraculous occurred. The bread and fish just kept coming. Person after person took their share, and still there was more. Children watched in wonder as the food seemed endless. The elderly couldn't believe their eyes. Everyone ate until they were completely satisfied. We're talking about 5,000 men plus women and children. But wait, the story doesn't end there. When everyone had finished eating, Jesus asked his disciples to gather the leftovers. Can you guess how much was left? 12 baskets full, more than they had started with. It's mind-boggling to think about, from a simple lunch that could barely feed one family, to a feast that fed thousands with plenty to spare. This story has resonated through centuries because it speaks to something deep within us. It shows us that when we're willing to share what little we have, amazing things can happen. It reminds us that sometimes the smallest acts of generosity can create the biggest impacts. Think about it. What started as one boy's willingness to share his lunch turned into one of the most famous miracles ever recorded. It teaches us that in our own lives, we shouldn't underestimate the power of our small contributions. Whether it's our time, resources, or talents, when given with an open heart, they can multiply in ways we never imagined. So next time you think what you have to offer isn't enough, remember this story. Remember the 5 loaves and 2 fish and how they fed thousands. Sometimes the smallest offerings can create the biggest miracles.